Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, everybody. We are Random Encounter Productions. I'm Cody Stone, and with me tonight we have.
Hi, I know this time. I'm Justin, and I'm with the Junk Drawer Show, and we stream. We're taking a bit of a hiatus, but if you ever want to just hang out on Tuesdays and watch me put my players through hell, come on down, junkdrawershow.com. And I
Awesome.
play Ashley Sutton, the investigator.
Sounds good.
Got it.
Hi, I'm Caitlin, aka Crimson Shield Scholar. I play Evie, or Evelyn Faust. She is a seeker archaeologist.
And last but not least,
I'm Vyrix. I'm playing as Sasha. I'm playing as a femme fatale spy.
nice. How often do you get to use that as a character class, a femme fatale spy, like just
Never.
genre
This
wise,
is
right?
my
That, like,
first time.
I feel like that's one of those, like, all right, we're done. I've made it. This is it for role play. I'm excited for you guys to be here. Excited to be playing with you guys. We are going to dive into the action here in just a moment. As you heard, people got their plugs in, but if you guys have any other projects you want to mention, now is your opportunity. I am pausing, not seeing much. Sounds good. So tomorrow night for me, if you're in the Orlando area at the SAC Comedy Lab downtown, I am doing a stand-up showcase. Been taking a class. It's good. It's a funny class. So 7 p.m. downtown Orlando. Check it out if you want to. That is awesome. Oh, hello. So yeah, yeah. So Pixie and Sway are learning new pronunciations. Hey, weird chick. Pixie, I have a favor to ask because I forgot to ask all week, and now the show is here, so she's gonna love that I'm asking her to do this. Can we have some form of channel point redemption or bit donation for luck for our investigators to gain luck points? Can you? Yes, awesome. She's gonna. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. You got it. We're gonna get into it here in just a moment. Yeah, cool, guys. Well, we are playing. This is Mask of Nyarlahotep. This is Call of Cthulhu. So while Pixie is working on that, let me give you guys the disclaimer. So Call of Cthulhu is based on the works of H.P. Lovecraft, who is dead, was a misogynistic, racist, terrible human being that was xenophobic and rife with anxiety. His mental disorders led him to tap into a type of fear that is somewhat universal, and from his work, and actually some authors that came before him, a whole genre has spawned out of it, often associated with his name. We do not promote his personal views, but we do believe that there is a universality to the idea of feeling insignificant in the face of a greater and changing world. So, there's that. Number two, this is an adult stream. It deals with adult subject matter, mostly focused around mental trauma, and physical body horror is a part of that. We are playing the pulp variant, so our heroes are more likely to be able to fight back and face these dangers head on rather than flee from them. However, terms such as sanity, mania, phobia, these do come up. These should not be taken these are fictionalized versions of such illnesses and should not be taken as actual representations of them in any way. Sanity here in Call of Cthulhu is like being able to see the Matrix. It is seeing reality for what it really is, as opposed to being sane is seeing reality for the collective delusion that humanity sees. So that if that is uncomfortable for you, we completely understand. At any point, if the players feel uncomfortable, you are welcome to sort of give me a yellow card with the hand wavy, or if something is too much, the great big wrestling X on the screen, I will stop the scene. I will ask you what in particular was making you to stop, so that I do not repeat it immediately afterwards. There is no judgment. You are welcome to stop the scene and or show anyway, for any reason. And we will find a better point to pick up in. So, I believe that is everything. Yes. Even though we are playing 7th edition, back when we come to like mental trauma and insanity, I often say, because Call of Cthulhu was originally written in the 80s, so it's a 1980s take on a 1920s interpretation of mental health. So it is not good. It's a little off, right? So, good. Those are the things. Let's get into tonight's adventure. Masks of Nyarlahotep. Prologue in Peru, Part 3. Our adventure picks up I'm going to start us just at the end of the conversation, so almost exactly where we ended up last week. Last week we had met the wonderful femme fatale spy Sasha, as she helped defeat and incapacitate a fleeing Mendoza, de Mendoza, who turns out, while had originally been presented as a interpreter and a valet, was a Karasiri, a sort of spiral-mouthed, hook-teethed vampire that would suck the life from individuals, their fat and their blood, as well as could embed these larval worms about the size of like a football into their victims. So last week, Evie, Jackson, Elias, and Sasha defeated Mendoza, and Peggy and Corey took on the acid-slicked larva that had been embedded in the professor. Both teams were victorious. They were able to save Professor Sanchez's life, although he is a little worse for wear. And they read the journal of a conquistador from the 1500s. I have it. I have the name here. That's why I'm now going. What is his name? And the point that they discovered was that de Mendoza was listed by name as one of the.
You're talking about Gaspar de Figueroa?
Yes, Gaspar de Figueroa. As one of the conquistadors that had initially raided this pyramid, assumed to be the pyramid that Larkin wishes to take the expedition on. After they raided the pyramid, when they removed this large, sort of 2-foot-long section of gold from within it, a hunger set upon each of the conquistadors, including de Mendoza. And so this monstrous, sort of mythical, vampiric-like creature seems to have been born from that event. Upon piecing this together, you guys have decided to burn or behead Mendoza. What was it? You went with burning?
Yeah.
Burning. Yeah, burn him in a back alley. Sounds good. If there is anything else you guys would like to do, the professor needs to basically go rest. So he's kind of out of it. You have Jackson Elias with you. And I'm going to say that due to they're not feeling great, that Corey and Peggy are needing some medical attention from their acid burns. We're going to say that the acidicness that had coated them and their bodies. What thought was to be inert has actually continued to sort of fester, and they need to find some sort of salve or something to remedy that, right? That they're actually still kind of burning. So that is an opportunity for us to give them a moment. So I'm gonna, if you guys would mind kicking off from there, I'm gonna respond to Pixie. Thank you. I see this.
So I think we had decided that we wanted to go confront Larkin about his body man and like what the fuck.
Yes.
Did he know?
Giant what the fuck?
Yeah. Like, did you know? Did you not know? Why are you like what?
Yeah.
What is that
Absolutely.
thing? Okay. Is Ash back from the hospital?
What I was going to say was that you guys realizing that Corey and Peggy need that attention, right? You guys can pick up Ash from the hospital because he went just a little in front of you. Yeah. Do a little switcheroo, and that way you can keep an eye on the guard, because you don't know if he's like, is he gonna turn? He's not, but you know, you guys are being investigators, so do investigating things. Yes. Sorry, we're getting your donation set up. And
No, you're fine.
Yeah.
To
Investigator things. Investigate. Investigatatis. So yes, you guys. We'll say that you guys are leaving the hotel, and you know that Larkin is staying at the Hotel Espinosa? Hotel... I'll find it. Doesn't matter. There's two hotels. You're staying at one, he's staying at the other one. So it's not like...
Got it.
España. Hotel España.
Cool. I was like, because we're staying at Hotel Mori. I wrote that down.
Yes. He is in the Hotel España.
Okay. So like we're standing outside of the hospital, I guess, at the moment.
Yes,
right?
Yeah. You've gotten Corey and Peggy checked in, and we'll say that you guys are just out there for a moment. You're probably coming out, and Sutton is standing outside smoking a cigarette. So that is you have reconvened there.
I would say that probably as you were coming up, if you look around his feet, there are like 6 or 7 just put out cigarette butts as there's another cigarette in his mouth, and he has one of those really like non-biodegradable styrofoam, like just drinking black coffee and just going, yeah, so how did it go?
Well, we have any friends? And I'll gesture to Sasha.
Pleasure
You're
to meet you.
breathtaking.
Thank you.
Would
You look rough.
Would everybody take a moment to describe yourselves and what you look like? These are not characters that we know super well yet, and we have some new introductions, which is a great chance to hear it. And I await the moment that Sasha's like, yeah, hooked nose, gap teeth, thinning hair.
Yeah.
It's like, you look amazing.
I mean, you can be breathtaking and still like gasp.
Exactly.
That's another way of being breathtaking.
Nicely
Ooh, I
done.
like that.
Nicely done. Please, let's start with Punk Sutton.
Sure. So Ashley is, I don't know if I was able to describe him before. He's actually, instead of like the classic kind of noir, blonde hair, white He's actually Pakistani, so he's darker complexion, darker features, from London. The suit that he's wearing looks like it's been shoved into a suitcase. Deep folds in his clothes, along with wrinkles. Usually is smoking like a cigarette, smells like an ashtray, and he has his sleeves rolled up, and he has two halves of a seal of Saint Benedict around his forearms, and he has a little bit of a constant 5 o'clock shadow. So, yeah, nothing too crazy.
Awesome. Evie.
So Evie basically looks like the same namesake character from The Mummy. So basically Rachel Weisz, short with about shoulder length, curly dark brown hair, dark brown eyes, dressed very properly as a traditional kind of middle class English woman would be for the day. She has a gun, but obviously that's away now. And the fight didn't really mess her up very much. She still looks put together, which is a little crazy, but at the end of the day, appearances do matter. So.
And Sasha.
Nice. So Sasha is actually a Russian. Red hair, ginger, curls, short, petite, the superficial pretty, makeup, red lip, insert 20s, beauty here. Your classic femme fatale spy actually is probably what I'm just going for. The biggest thing is just she has very red hair, just like the ginger, total mess of curls.
Absolutely. Look, guys, we're playing pulp. If we're not doing the hard archetypes here, we're doing it wrong. So I'm sure all of these characters have fantastic stories and backstories. We're going to learn all about that. But I am perfectly happy with just a classic archetype to kick us off. So nicely done. Your fourth companion and NPC friend at the moment is Jackson Elias. He is African American. He's 41, but he's definitely a sprightly 41. He has a pipe that he often sort of gestures with, and will gnaw on. You've seen him smoke it far less than Ashley or Sutton does. He has a fedora and suits that are definitely moderate. Yeah, look at that. 5 luck points for the players. You guys can pick who would like to get those.
Oh, never mind. I thought it was for everybody.
You can have, yeah.
We're gonna do like a general luck pool that people can pull from.
Perfect. That's fine. That's wonderful.
Okay.
Yeah, I love
it. Similar to like the Star Trek RPG where you just kind of have like a thing in the center and then everyone can be like, hey, can I take some of this?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like
that. So we'll keep track of how much luck points we have.
Awesome. That is a great way to do that. Because otherwise, like, can we have more luck than we have? Blah blah blah. So, definitely take from your personal pool first, and then the group pool afterwards. So, but yeah, I'm glad that the audience gets to help. So that's exciting.
Me too.
But Jackson Elias is you know him as an author. He's sort of pioneering the like globetrotting reporter, but it's definitely more in like full book form. As I said, African American. Underneath his fedora, he's got the coiffed jazz brush over right wave. Looks real smooth with that. So I enjoy him. He also has a very large, apparently very loud gun that he is okay with. Not amazing, not terrible, but did have a couple of good shots. So he's still inside, and he's about to come back out. But I believe we were in introductions between Ashley and Sasha.
Yeah, no, you're good. Wow, I'm sure you get this all the time. You're gorgeous, are you? And like, don't take this like. I feel like I can learn a lot about myself by just being around you.
Thank you. First thing, you're smoking a lot. I don't think your night was worse than ours.
Oh, no,
Okay.
no, no, no.
These
Look,
are
this is, mild annoyance smoking. Sorry, I don't normally get tongue-tied. Yeah, no,
Josh to Evie be like, is he always like this?
don't get jealous.
He rather
Oh.
speaks quite a lot, actually. So this is, but I don't really know him. But this is normal.
We're best friends. Evie and I,
I'm
we go
jealous.
way back. We go all the way back to dinner.
We
That's
go
a
all
long
the way
time.
back to about 36 hours ago.
It's been that long. Wow, time flies.
Practically a lifetime.
I'm Ashley.
When you know
Sasha.
him.
So is there like a Mr. Sasha or a Mrs. Sasha or like...
Oh, many. Very many. Several.
I mean, if you have time in your ledger and your schedule, I mean, I'd love to fill that slot. See how that's, just...
Kind of just was almost eaten by a crazy fang thing, so maybe we'll take care of that first, and then drinks later. Maybe.
Great, yeah, no, so...
About that,
please,
Professor should probably
so what...
just...
I'm sorry, great big fang thing kind of distracted me. What?
Oh yeah, we killed it. I'm pretty sure. He was on fire. We left him burning, right?
We
Right.
burned him completely. He's ash now.
Okay, so who? Sorry,
Oh,
little...
It's a group effort.
Who's dead? I guess is my question.
Mr. De Mendoza.
Never liked him. He chatted too much. Very chatty, that one. See, Sasha, that was a joke. I don't know if he spoke a lot when he was trying to kill you, but he didn't really speak a lot at dinner. I'm just
No,
making light of a
actually,
very heavy situation because I'm at
So remember-
here.
Remember when we were going into the archives and
Yeah,
I said that we should be careful, and you
and
said,
I said that's silly because it's an archive.
right.
It's
Well,
daytime.
turns out Mr. De Mendoza was in said archive and actually killed poor Miss Rizzo. So I believe we can chalk that up to me being correct in that instance.
I'm sorry, in what scenario? Can we get in like this car and so I can discuss this as we're going? Because I feel like that's ridiculous. How?
There's a very efficient and well-designed tram system in Lima. That is the most efficient way to travel. You can try to get a taxi, although they are the roads are not necessarily built for like car travel. So it's purely for like statement at that point. But you guys are welcome to start heading towards the hotel to discuss things however you would like. And
Okay. First, I would like to clarify that you're not correct, and that this was a
I'm pretty
weird
sure she
freak
was
encounter.
correct. He took a bullet to the head. My bullet to the head. Men don't survive that.
No. In the scenario, obviously
Sorry,
it
Sasha.
escalated.
We're talking about something different. I wanted to be cautious, and Mr. Sutton here did not. But that is okay. We will move past that now.
Because I was right, and you're taking this as a weird moral victory.
Sir.
Now
women
we
are
can move
always right.
forward.
You
Now
should
there's a
just
reason.
accept.
Right. So De Mendoza was a Kathiri. Did I say that right? I don't think I said that right.
Karasiri.
What? Karasiri.
You said
And he'd killed Miss Rizzo and put a lava into Professor Sanchez. That's why you saw our other companions enter into the hospital, because they had severe acid burns, but not dangerous at all. They ended up killing the lava. Mr. Elias and I followed Mr. De Mendoza and ran into Miss Sasha here. And through luck, quite frankly, we were able to knock him out and kill him. Now, we found a journal, and we had Professor Sanchez translate said journal, and it seems that our dear friend, Mr. De Mendoza, was quite a bit older than he appeared. Something from being around the 16th century? he was a recipient of, if you believe in these sort of things, a curse because of this. And I'll pull out from my bag the heavy ass piece of gold. This
You were
apparently
carrying that around.
Just put that back in. We're on the street.
I mean,
I could
sure.
hold it too if you'd like.
It's all right. Equal weight distribution with the bag and everything. Well, I'm okay.
Did you say 16th century? He was from the 16th century. He looks great.
I need his routine, apparently.
Yeah.
I feel like not talking a lot or smiling a lot really helps with that. Evie, you know about that. So, what are we doing now?
So, because Mr. De Mendoza seems to be fairly close with our patron, we thought it would be potentially behoove us and potentially beneficial to head toward Mr. Larkin and ask him some questions.
Like, what the fuck?
See, I knew I liked her already, you know?
And I just
She's
wanna
going to
say,
fit in right here, around here.
it's gonna be so difficult to not have an English accent as a Russian character with all of you.
The nice thing is you're a spy, so you can
That's
have
true. I know
any,
lots of languages.
Yeah, you can have any accent you want. You clearly, you did spying. Well, did you put any skills in languages? Any points in languages?
See, I didn't think about it, but in my head, she knows several languages.
Okay, we can
that
adjust.
I can re.
Yeah, we can adjust that later. I will say at the very least, you are fluent in English, clearly, and Russian, because you are Russian, so that makes perfect sense. So you as a spy, if I'll say for now, you have like performance or anything like an acting check or anything like that, skill.
I have everything in disguise because I didn't know
disguise.
the difference.
Perfect. Disguise is perfect. I'll take it.
Yeah.
I'm totally fine with it. An accent is a large portion of a disguise, especially if you are a
shit
spy.
ton of charm. So
There you go.
English accent, charm, same thing.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it makes perfect sense, especially because you are a spy. To have any accent you like, whenever you like.
It'll just change repeatedly.
Now that might pose questions, but in general, yes. Yeah.
You just fluctuate between
I'm a terrible spy. Why would you have British? I don't know. You should get your ears checked. Sorry.
British, Russian, American, French, just all through them.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a
I'm a
country with
melting
all
pot.
of
How very continental. It is so. Bad luck is not necessarily a feature of the game, but if people would like to donate to a pulp action pool, we will find some fun pulpy things for our adventurers to do. Yeah, I don't want to use bad luck the way the players use good luck to like influence your rolls, but if you want to donate to the mythos, to the pulp, we'll make some adventures. We'll give them some challenges, so that'll be fun. Cool. You guys, Jackson comes out. You guys have made your way onto the tram car and are headed for the hotel. The large piece of gold is with Evie.
Mm-hmm.
Great. Just wanted to make sure that was noted. Now, the Hotel España is one of the two hotels. It seems to be a little bit of the nicer hotel, and as you all make your way in, you can see that there are 12 rooms over 2 floors. It's bigger. It's right in the heart of the shopping district in Lima. And as you are sitting there, coming into the into the common area, you are met by a little old grandma, quite literally, who has like the shawl on and the gray hair, and it comes. Hello. How can I help you? Hola.
Hello.
¿Cómo estás?
Muy bien.
Ah.
S2.
Jackson will take over interpreting for you guys. I actually don't think she speaks English, but I realized as I was doing it, so I was like, all right. Jackson is there to interpret. His Spanish is passable, which is good. Thank you.
So we would ask him.
Go ahead.
To ask her about Mr. Larkin's whereabouts.
Mr. Larkin. Okay. Yeah, he takes a moment and begins talking with her. They question back and forth for a moment, and he points to Evie, and you guys get it's a very easy word to hear the translation. It's il doctore, and she's like, oh, okay. So it goes back and forth. So, all right, yeah, he's up in this room over here. You get the feeling Jackson was like, she's a doctor and she needs to see him, was his like excuse. Because you guys strike a very interesting group, right? Just the sight of you, and and like, what? Why do you want to talk to my tenant? And they're like, he's in trouble. They're like, what sort of trouble? Medical trouble. Oh, well, then what are you gonna do? Well, she's a doctor. Oh, she's a doctor. Yes, very learned doctor. Oh, what do you do? I'm an accountant. It's very expensive doctorate.
No one questions you when you say you're an accountant.
Yes, exactly. So,
Good.
yes. So as you
We're
guys
just
are
a sexy nurse backup, I guess.
I was gonna
exactly,
say,
yeah.
just throw a butt. Yeah, no, I'm the nurse, and then just immediately another cigarette.
Yeah. If you have any points in Spanish, in the language Spanish, yes, Sasha is the nurse, and Ashley is the orderly, and part of it was oh, orderly, so many people for one person. He's very sick. You need an orderly? You don't want to clean his bedpan, do you? No, I don't. So we have an orderly. Oh, okay. So, there you go.
And while we're walking in, can I be like, yeah, what'd you say I was, yeah?
Oh, you're the surgeon.
Surgeon, yeah. I'll just do this with my hands the whole time.
Perfect. That looks very natural. Yeah.
Point me to the
You're
patient.
killing
Don't
it.
touch me. I'm sterile.
All right.
Perfect. I'm just gonna encourage him this whole time. Just keep him up. It's fine.
Sounds good.
Me and Evie are just gonna ask how long you think he's gonna keep that up the whole way.
I mean,
I think it'll be the whole time.
We'll figure it out.
There, so he did also ask for De Mendoza's room. So he points to it as you're walking by. Both rooms are up on the second floor. He sort of mouths to you guys, and then you guys have made your way up to Larkin's room, and you're standing there for a moment. The grandma has gone back into her back room. She's a little hard of hearing, so as long as you don't make a gunshot noise or like nothing crashes or breaks, she probably won't come out. But you get the feeling that like she's attentive, and she has sandals, so you know.
Chunklet this, if you will.
Don't
this.
beat the professor up.
Right. It's no.
She hears something.
You guys are welcome to beat the professor up. I'm saying if you start shooting stuff or something big breaks, you know that she is here.
WTF, man.
Yeah.
We're getting a flip-flop to the head.
Well, she's at least gonna
It's a
come and
serious
ask questions.
Chunklets are scary. Okay.
They are. They hurt, too.
Absolutely.
1d4 damage, for sure.
Yeah. Absolutely.
1d6 if it's a hard enough throw.
Yeah, that's not a crit. Wham.
Right in the middle of the
Whole
forehead.
session is just gonna be us riffing each other.
So, I'm sorry. Did you say that was Demon Dose, right? Yeah. Do you think we should check that first?
Maybe not first. On the way out, maybe. Depending on what this one says.
I'm just worried if Larkin makes a commotion, we might not have a chance to get back in here.
That's true.
Yeah,
True.
no, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah. He doesn't know we're here yet, so might as well.
Right. Do any of you know how to pick locks?
I do, actually. It was a trick from my childhood.
See,
Well-
she's beautiful and talented. We got the,
And
the whole
I
package here. Evie.
Oh, fair enough. We'll keep watch.
You're a doctor.
Will you do that? The doctor? No. Sure.
No.
No, that's the thing he said that you were, yeah? You're the doctor, I'm the surgeon, and like hands, yeah.
Right,
I gotta
okay.
put the hands up.
Right.
I do not speak Spanish, so I do not understand anything.
Gotcha.
Alright, we'll keep a lookout.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds good.
So I guess I'll pick the lock, or I'm assuming it's gonna be a roll for it.
It is a roll for it. Yes, I believe it is a locksmithing check.
Awesome. Prepared for this. I remember which dice to roll. Sorry, of all the million dice my son picked out, apparently he didn't grab the other half of my
Percentile.
There we go. Okay. Ow! Alright, I did not pick the lock. This is a tricky lock.
Okay.
And
Okay.
I failed.
So you can now do what is called a push. It is up to you. If you push, so you've got your picks out. You're there in the tool. It is jamming. You all have to make a better success. So you have to make you get to retry, same locksmithing check. Instead of having a normal success, you'll need to make a hard success. If you fail that, something bad happens. In which case, it'll be that somebody notices and starts questioning you guys.
What's a hard success?
Half of your locksmithing. No, hold on. It's the second number. So yeah, half of your locksmithing. So what is your locksmith? It should say on your character sheet.
61 is my main. So half would be
61?
30.
Yeah, 30. So you have to roll below a 30 or below.
You got this.
I guess I would just ask them if anyone's in the hall yet. No.
You're looking around. You don't see anyone yet, but you've picked enough doors to know that this is a lot louder than it normally is, and yeah.
Well, I never got anywhere from being timid, so I'm gonna try again, I guess.
Okay, sounds good.
11. I did it.
Nice, nicely done. Yeah. So
Cool.
so
All right, my dice have hated me this whole time.
you're good. That's fantastic.
Cool.
You take a breath. You look around. You get the piece back in there. There's a final pin that had like rusted kind of shut. Like this lock isn't easy to unlock with the actual key. Like the door, it's old, right? The door is what it is. But you're able to sort of, and it clicks, and then turn the door, and it does swing open. The hinges are not creaky or anything along those lines. However, it is the door turning, but it sounds very natural. Nobody's coming to look at it. Inside, let's see. You open up the door to the room, and it looks like the maid service has. It looks like nobody's ever been in this room. It is almost sterile clean. There's a washroom, bathroom. There is the bed that is there, and the bed is perfectly neatly made. And then you check in the bathroom. There's no toiletries. There's no personal effects. You look in the closet. There are no additional clothes on display. Yeah, there's nothing immediate out in the open of this room. But if you'd like to search it, if you guys tell me, because I don't have a character sheet up right now, is there some sort of like investigation skill?
It's typically spot hidden, I believe.
Yeah, would it be the spot hidden?
I'll take spot hidden. Yeah, I didn't know if there was anything else. Okay, cool. Sounds good to me.
From all of us, or?
I will say, because it's relatively small, why don't one of you lead, and then you can give a bonus die, because there's whoever has the best spot hidden can lead the check with a bonus die, because you're all there to help.
Mine's 45. What are your guys's?
I'm also a 45.
Oh shit, I'm the best. I'm 50. I thought I was like not gonna be great.
I'm gonna
right.
keep lookout then.
Okay.
You gotta keep sterile.
Yeah.
You can't look. You gotta keep sterile.
Exactly. There you go.
I guess I'll open the door, gesture Evie, and be like, "It looks empty."
Yeah.
Unused, I should say.
I turn to Elias and say, "Are you sure this is the room?"
He's like, yeah, looks like it.
Do you want to go in and see?
Sure. I suppose a cursory look wouldn't hurt.
Switch then, so you can walk in.
Sure.
You're both in there. Sasha, you are helping
it's
her.
a pretty big room.
I thought you said it was okay.
It is small, but not. It's like 3 people tossing the room is more chaos than helpful. 2 of you doing it together is helpful. So yeah, that is why she's getting the bonus die, because rather than each of you make a check, it's just my way to kind of streamline stuff. So
Gotcha.
Hard success.
Hard success. Nice. Absolutely. So, you dig around. There are some like some washcloths that seem to be slightly used, although they've been like definitely wrung out and dried. But the one other thing of like real interest is a mirror that has been stuffed beneath the mattress, and it is there we go. So at first it looks like it is a mask. It's about 6 inches square. It's made of gold and has a stylized face made largely up of blocky geometrical shapes, raised from the surface, and is solid with no eye holes. if you guys would like to try to discern a little more about it, you can make an archaeology check.
I would like to do that.
On the back of
Good,
the
I have
mask. Okay. On the back of the mask, there is a sheen mirror, allowing it. Yeah, that is there.
So it looks like a tribal mask, essentially, that's made of geometric shapes.
Yes, it is very kind of blocky, stylized, geometric. So not a realistic depiction of a face.
Okay.
So it's a mask and a mirror?
Yes, the back of the so one side is a mirror, the other side looks like a mask. There's no eye
it.
holes, so you couldn't use it as a mask,
Got it.
but it is
It's like
depicted
on-
as one. Yeah.
Got it. I got a hard success on that one as well.
Okay, nice. I would like you to make me a power roll.
Great. Totally. So good at that, guys. Where's the matching dice for this? Dice for this. How is that? Oh, there it is. I missed it by 3, so I will use 3 of my luck points to make it a success.
Nice. Okay. Good.
Don't
You
like
are
that.
you are examining the mirror. Say what?
Don't like the good.
Good.
I mean,
DM styles. We all panic.
the bad stuff happens no matter what. So
Oh,
it's
great.
just
Okay.
it's just if you're getting
Level of
something
bad?
out of it. Yeah, that's really the question we're asking. So the archaeology check is a success. We'll take this in steps because a lot of stuff happens. The golden mirror is similar to the design of a piece of jewelry, a pendant that was around Larkin's neck at dinner. It does not seem doesn't seem to have a matching year or style to the previous artifacts that he presented at dinner. Just of note. Now, more interestingly, more appropriately, I would like you to roll me roll me 2d8. Or you want me to do it?
No, it's alright. I got all my dice out.
Great. Sounds good.
If I remember what the fucking 8 looks like. Okay, this one.
Is the double pyramid.
Yeah.
Or that was not helpful. I put it up my fingers the other way.
You held it like
Yeah. Is this one? Do you not know?
Do you want the numbers separate or together?
Separate.
2 and 4.
Sounds good. As you are examining the face of the mask mirror, you're running your hands along it. You turn it over and you look over the polished steel side, the side that is making it reflective. And you guys watch for a moment as Evie's eyes go a little 1,000-yard stare into the mirror. And Evie, you are bombarded with a series of visions that are almost too difficult for you to process. But you are able to catch a little bit from them. In one of the longer moments and visions, you see a small man huddled in a corner of a dingy room, feverishly painting. And just as you sort of come around to see what he's painting, the paint leaps off of the canvas and sort of splashes back over your face. And as you shake your head to kind of try and refocus, you are now standing looking out over thousands of people, men and women of all ages and races, and it is you know that you're atop a mountain, and it is I'm going to read this verbatim. Perform a bloody and orgiastic rites atop a great mountain. So I'm thinking Zion with violence. The Matrix Revolution, the scene with let them hear us, and then we're like, we're gonna rave. So, you know, I don't have a ton of movie references for orgiastic. That's really all I got is Zion. So,
or like what The Witcher walked into when he first meets Yennefer.
Okay, sure, yeah,
Caligula.
but for thousands of people, right. That's why, that is a good shout. Sure. I did not think of that. Yeah,
I knew that reference and stuff.
Okay, good. That's good.
That just multiply that by like 50,000.
I do appreciate that Phyrexis is sitting here like, I have a whole catalog of orgy references, and none of them are Zion related. What is he talking about? That doesn't make sense. I kid. I tease.
I mean, you weren't wrong, but also,
even watching the
more called out.
Like 15 years later, it's still one of the most awkward movie scenes I've ever seen. I fucking hate that scene.
Because it's oddly long.
I purposely didn't think of it till he mentioned it. I was like, oh, that one.
A lot of slow-mo for a rave.
Yeah. And I mean, like...
And that intermixed with Trinity and Neo, I think I understand what they were going for.
Sex scenes on top of each other.
Yeah, like... And
Gotta make everyone uncomfortable for years to come.
Right.
Thanks, Wachowskis.
I definitely understand the idea of like, all right, we've got this very sterile digital world. We want to show like some grimy human like interaction. It's like, yeah, but I think we're okay. We get the idea.
We can rave without the orgy part. Like, right? Like, we could have a party.
Not that slow.
Yeah.
Without it going
We're not in a computer. Woo.
to the next level. But no, apparently not. Apparently they all got, like, high and decided to fuck each other. It's all good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
All right.
And then we learned why more porn wasn't in slow motion. It was like, oh, we get it now.
God.
There it is.
Yep.
So back to the story. Are the 5,000 or the thousands of people having this orgy, or are they watching an orgy happening on top of the mountain?
They are the people you are looking out at the Sea of Zion. They are all performing bloody orgiastic rites. It very much seems to be a cultish ritual, and involves it is both depravity and violent, and the participants seem unfazed by what is happening around them. So even as you sort of cast your eyes out over this mass of humanity, and you're processing kind of what they're doing, like Dragon Age blood spray is happening in places, and everybody around them is just still going to town. So
could I note, do we all notice the 1,000-yard stare?
You do. Yeah, you do. Sasha 100% does. Mm-hmm. If you want to make a spot hidden check to just see like if you went back and checked in on her to see this. I would
occasionally like just peek my head in, but I don't know if I would be actively looking. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Or I'll give you a luck roll. A luck roll is better for this. Just if you're lucky enough to look back, basically.
Yeah, I mean, I'm lucky as I can be. I got a no. I did not get a success, so I did not see it.
Okay.
I would definitely ask her if she's all right when I notice the far off stare holding a creepy object.
And as you do, you shake her back to reality, and she sort of pulls the mirror away, and her eyes are a little glazed over. It looks like she's having a moment of trouble focusing. Can I get a sanity roll from Evie, please?
You're muted.
I know, I was talking to myself. Thank you. I got a. Can I do the hard success?
Hard success. Okay, you are gonna lose a D3 of sanity.
Got it. 6. Great.
So 3. So you lose 3.
Love it.
You flip the mirror back to the other side. Looking at the mask side seems to be safer, and sort of cover it up instinctively.
Everything all right in there?
Not sure. Evie, you good?
Let's not look in this object.
Darling, you look fine. Don't worry. We've all been through a rough day.
I would say the minute I hear Sasha say that we're not good, I would have walked in,
Sure.
like, immediately to see what was wrong with Evie.
Yeah.
And then, is there like a bedspread?
Yeah, the bed is perfectly made.
I'm gonna unmake it and get the top sheet, and I'm gonna go, all right, let's just put the mask in this here so it doesn't do anything weird.
Okay. Yeah, you wrap it up. Nicely
And you
done.
said it doesn't have eye holes?
Yeah, because it's not a mask. It
looks like a death mask, kind of, where it's just a form.
Yeah. So the back of it is in the shape of a face. It
Right.
is, but instead of having holes and like you would hold it up to your face,
Yeah.
it's a mirror on the other side. It's
Got
it. So
Like an old masquerade mask, except
Yes.
it's a mirror on one side.
yes.
Okay.
If you mixed
I
a masquerade mask with a mirror, like a handheld mirror, that's it.
Okay,
Got it.
cool.
I would make sure not to look into that and then just kind of fold, tie up, sling over the shoulder.
Okay. Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah, don't. I don't.
You're all right.
No.
Let's avoid looking in mirrors tonight, all right?
Let's go to Mr. Larkin.
Yeah, no, let's do that. Ugh. Stretch a little bit.
Tell us about those visions yet, or not? Are we still just knowing that the mask is creepy and it did something to our friend and she's disturbed now?
That seems to be the extent
that
of
one.
information she's giving.
Okay.
You are welcome to press it with her more if you would like, but
I'm not going to.
okay.
I'll put one hand back up. I'm like, all right. I mean, it's going to look like I've ransacked this room, but that's because we did.
No, I've information's better. What happened? I don't want to go in there blind accusing this man of something if I don't have all the pieces.
I'm not quite sure if this is anything to do with Mr. Larkin, but if I were to guess, it would. I don't know. I saw a man painting in what looked like some sort of a sanitarium. And
It was an apartment, but a dingy,
okay.
a dingy apartment.
Okay.
Dingy room.
Okay.
Dingy room.
Okay. Okay.
Let me
No, you're good.
make sure, because I may have just fucked myself up. So I believe it was dingy room.
You said small dingy room. I went to because he was alone and painting. I went to Van Gogh in a weird insane asylum type of thing. But
Let's just stick with dingy room. I could be wrong. You could be wrong. I don't think I've met
cool.
this man in the book yet, so I'm still working it out. It'll be a surprise for everybody when we get there.
Nice. All right. Perfect. In a small horrid room, very, very dirty, and he was painting frantically, but I couldn't see what he was painting. When I tried to look at it, the vision changed, and it changed into something quite inappropriate. She'll take like a really deep breath.
I'm back in. I'm interested.
I was going to say, are you sure this wasn't a weird memory? You've never seen this man or this room before? Or the inappropriate moments? She's gonna try not to look too amused at herself about that.
My dear, I do not partake in activities that like the ones that were presented to me.
So fun.
Mixed with inordinate amounts of violence.
And not the consented type of violence, just to be clear.
Hard to say. I was standing at a distance. There were thousands of people in this activity. I was viewing them from a raised surface, lording over them. And it was nothing but pleasure and pain of significant amounts.
Sounds like some Russian parties, but
Where are those Russian parties? Sorry, but you're all right. You're okay though. You look shook for a second.
I don't think I was
back here now.
expecting to see something like that by looking into an artifact. I spent my life studying artifacts, grew up surrounded by them, and never experienced something like that before. And normally, I love knowledge. I would like to know how that knowledge exists. But I'm not sure if I want to look further into this.
That's fair. Well, old Spooky's on the shoulder right now, and let's see if Senor Larkin knows maybe a little bit about this and what the hell you guys dealt with earlier.
Yeah, I agree.
Why don't you
Especially about Mendoza, because
I mean, Sasha, you were there.
My day to start.
Why don't we let maybe Sasha do a little bit of the talking there, Evie? Maybe let you catch your breath there, all right?
She seems good at that, yeah.
Occasionally.
I mean, I was going to make an inappropriate joke, but I think you think highly of me. And I'm going to move further, like past them.
You guys make your way over to Larkin's room, and we got your weird check. No worries. You guys make your way over to Larkin's room. It is... The door is locked. Would you like to pick this lock?
I mean, I think we can just knock.
If you'd like to.
I feel like that might be more civilized. We might scare the poor man if I start breaking into his door.
Sure.
Knocking would be, I think, smart.
Okay.
Oh, wait. Actually, it's because I wasn't at that dinner. Have Larkin and I met yet?
You have not met. You were described as somebody. He was anticipating your arrival, but you didn't actually go to dinner, because
when I was trailing him, he didn't see me.
He, as far as you know, you do not believe he has seen you or spotted you or anything along those lines. You responded to the ad because he did. There was like a chair for you. There was a chair for all the players so far. Because
if you introduce yourself as so and so, like you should know who that name is.
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. I just wanted, because you had said I've been trailing them for a period of time. I just didn't know if we
Yes.
had actually interacted yet, or if I was just gauging the situation first.
You can tell me, and I will accept either perfectly. But as far as I understand, no. But if you would like to have made some sort of interaction with him,
No, I think how this is now is better, as have not met yet.
perfect. On board. Let's do it. So you knock on the door. Let's see. You make a small knock. How hard do you knock? Do you like cop knock? Do you room service knock? Do you honey, it's time to get up for school knock? Do you I'm just gonna check in on you and see how you're doing knock?
Who's knocking, me or Ash?
I can knock. I would do like a cop knock because
Okay.
shit's afoot.
Sure, absolutely.
Not fucking
Great.
around with this old guy.
Okay.
Right.
He's young, but he looked wore out. Yes. So
Oh yeah, Sasha. I don't know if you realize
Yeah,
this,
he's like
but
30s.
we realized that he's addicted to opiates when we first met him.
Oh, I did not. So okay, good to know.
So I would have warned you of that before you went to go talk to him.
Perfect. Okay.
so as you pound on the door, there's a brief moment of nothing, no response, and then what? Right. I'm coming. Hold on. And you can hear sort of up and some stumbling around. Definitely was woken up. And
Larkin, it's Ashley.
of course, I'm on my way. Hold on, one second. There we are. Oh, right. And he unhooks the little chain on the door and unlocks it. Mr. Sutton, what can I do for you? And he opens the door and sees the whole group. Am I correct in assuming that? Great. Oh, I'm so sorry. And there's so many of you. Oh, hello. I'm Larkin. Antoine Larkin? Something. Augustus. That's my name. That's Cody forgetting the name. Augustus Larkin. Please come in. I apologize. I don't have much in the way of seating arrangements. Is everything all right? What's wrong?
I'm gonna close the door, and then is there I don't know what his hotel room looks like. Is there a mini bar or
sure.
any kind of
Yeah. There's
something?
there's a tray of brandy. Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna start pouring myself a glass and look for a window to open and smoke out of as
Okay.
I'm gonna look at Sasha and go, just kind of gesture.
As you guys make your way into the room, it is immediately a sharp contrast to Mendoza's, where Mendoza's was hardly touched or lived in. This is chaotic and unpleasant. There are suitcases open. There are clothes all over the floor. Some things have piled up. You can see that there's papers and personal effects and just it is strewn about everywhere, and the room smells of sort of like a gym, just stale sweat and vomit almost, and the smell of rotten meat is thick in the area. The
Rough night.
Yeah, you could say that. You can look at the bed, and the bed is soaked with sweat and sort of like an oily sheen for it. There is on his nightstand a small bottle with a syringe. If you speak if you speak Spanish, it's heroína. If you're capable of deciphering what heroína means in English, I think you're okay. We don't need a skill check for that.
He's diabetic.
Yes, you got it. If you look at it, it's very out in the open. You guys can make a medicine check, just purely based on like the volume.
No.
Okay.
Extreme success.
That much heroin is more than enough to kill a person. That is a more than fatal overdose, for sure. Did you attempt, Sasha? Did you get a success? You don't have to attempt.
I have to get a 0.
Oh.
So I don't know how that works.
So you have to roll a 1. You have to roll 0, 0, 1.
I got a 2. So.
Oh, just shut.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Also, here's what I'll say. You don't know that that's a fatal overdose, but you look at it and you're like, that's a lot of heroin. I don't know I don't know what a medically necessary amount of heroin is in 1921. But you look at it and you're like, that looks like a lot. That looks like a lot.
You're like, I've been around people that have done this, and this seems more than what they've had.
This seems like not party levels and more like, uh-oh.
There we go.
He comes in and sits on the bed. I'm so sorry. A bit of my bit of the ill constitution, so it's difficult for me to rest last night. Been a bit under the weather this day, so so sorry. Is something wrong? You all seem agitated, at the very least. I apologize. What is your name?
Sasha Dragomir, answering your invitation.
Sasha, yes.
Kind of go over to him and like hold her hand out and be very sweet. Just be like, and of course, sir, while we're in the form of introductions, I can't stand liars. And she's gonna gesture to Syringe, like, we're gonna talk. We can at least be honest with each other.
Of course, no, and he takes it. It definitely has manners, right? You know, he was raised in money, so it is an appropriate greeting, right? And as you call him out, he sort of it is both true and untrue. I am not proud of the reliance on such vices, as it were. It is definitely what helps me sleep on days in which my poor failing body do me ill. So I mean no disrespect. I apologize, but yes.
It's easier to understand each other if we have same page here. We have some questions for you. It's been quite a day.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Yes, I'm happy to answer any questions that you have that are, again, within my reason. I believe we had, so sure you weren't there, but we had gone roundabout on issues of maps, which we've come to an agreement about on maps in Puno.
Oh, my dear sir, we have much more to discuss besides it.
Oh, all right. Well, much more. All right. Should I get Mr. Mendoza, De Mendoza, for this chat? Is that
About him.
Yes. Yes, you should try to get Mr. De Mendoza.
all right? Hold on. Let's see if he's in his room. He'll
Please.
stand
make him
up.
go all the way down to his room.
He leaves. He
No,
goes.
It's just gonna smack him. Just like, no.
What? This is like a long con. What? So he walks all the way over. He's gonna walk all the way back.
He could use the exercise. It's just fine.
What? He's coming down from high. You really want him passing out in the middle of the
That's
hallway?
his fault. Okay.
He does. So if you guys do nothing to stop him, he will go down, all the way down to the room, and
I'll laugh.
there's nothing. Nobody
And
answers.
die.
He'll very not like, Miss Mendoza. If it's imperative, give me a moment. I'll see if I can. Maybe send someone to look for him at the restaurants nearby or something.
You're gonna make him telephone him now.
Fine. Just how much do you know about this Mendoza person? I ran into him earlier. He was kind of sharp with me, actually.
Oh. Would you make me a?
Please say sharp. Please say sharp. Sorry, I'm not usually just giggly. It's a puppy.
No, you're good. You're good. You're good.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
He's squeaky. I had to pick him up.
Make me, because there's charm. I don't think there's like you're not fast talking for sure, and you're not persuading. So yeah, charm, because there's no deception. There's no like outright lie.
I was very truthful. He was sharp.
He was. Yes, I agree.
What's a hard success?
Half.
I forgot.
Yeah.
An extreme success.
Extreme success. So on your character sheet, there should be the number that you put in. Next to it, there should be a number that's about half, and then there's a number that's like about, I think, a fifth or a tenth, something like that. A fifth.
A fifth.
A fifth.
Yeah, I got under the fifth.
So perfect. Yes. Yeah. Extreme success. Okay. So he has to make a psychology check and see if he makes that extreme success. Okay. He kind of looks at you a little oddly, but not quite processing everything. He goes, I mean, I know him relatively well in a business sense. We had come to set up my expedition, looking for a good local and translator, somebody that was familiar with customs and could help me with the language, as it were. And so we took our trip to Puno and made some discoveries and forays, and he's been instrumental in helping me organize and develop this expedition.
Has he stayed the same personality to you the whole time? No mood swings, nothing like that? Nothing changing recently?
Oh, he's a very consistent fellow. Quiet, intense, very business. I'm the fun one, as it were. but
Just gonna...
Go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna say she's just gonna look at the heroin syringe and be like, yeah.
I'm not. I don't suspect so. Why has he done something? Has something happened?
Gonna look at these two.
You could definitely say that. That something has happened. So just to clarify, you did not know Mr. De Mendoza before coming to Peru?
That is correct, yes. Met him here in Peru.
In Lima? Or...
Yes, yeah, met him here in Lima.
How?
How? I don't know. I asked around and was looking for a translator, and somebody pointed me in his direction. Met at a restaurant up the way. I like talking. He doesn't. And told him where I wanted to head, to the south. Said he knew the area. Could help me along the way. Hopped on a boat, took a train, ended up in Puno. What is it called? The folklore center of Peru, where the myths live. Yes, thank you. Thank you for the hydration. And
Hydrate.
that was about it. Yeah.
Someone pointed you in his direction.
Yes, I believe so. Yeah.
Do we get the sense that he's being honest with us? Is he having any?
You can make psychology checks to decipher his level of sincerity.
Sure. Other skill I put everything into. Another extreme success.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, so he is being evasive. He's not outright lying. He probably did meet Mendoza in Peru, in Lima. You don't think anybody really pointed him out to him. They did take a trip to Puno. They, so the events are not necessarily like did not happen outright lies, but there's more to this. This is not he's telling a definitely a specific version of what is true. And and it's not, you get the feeling it might be, because it's an extreme success, sort of maybe like a planned or practiced, like you don't know that he knows he has reason to be suspicious of you guys, but he's just always sort of, I guess, ready to, like they if they'd met on a dating app, they had planned actually we met at the museum when we both saw the same painting, right? Like that sort of thing.
Yeah. I think Sasha, like, noticing that he's being a little evasive, she just kind of look at them and sit next to him on the bed and just a little close, like, Larkin, sweetie, promise we wouldn't lie to each other.
No, I'm not, but
It's just me.
I know.
You can tell me. And she's being very reassuring, very sweet. We put a hand on his shoulders. Is that really all you can tell us about Mendoza? I mean, to be honest with you, he just scared me quite a bit.
Make me
It's just us.
Yeah, make me a charm check, please.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
Normal success.
Okay. 85.
85.
Normal success,
Normal
barely.
success. Okay. He looks you over and says, I'm not sure what you want me to say. I mean, Miss Mendoza is very nice, I suppose. I know that he's a little strange.
Strange.
A little, yes.
Strange
yes.
how?
Well,
I picked that up too. Just when.
I know that here it's not so bad, but in in Puno. He has a bit of a reputation, I think. The locals definitely avoid him, and weren't very kind with him around. It was almost as though they'd prefer to speak my terrible English Spanish hybrid word. There should be a word for that when you have the two languages like that. But that was preferable to speaking with Mr. Mendoza, who's very a fluent, skilled man, and I had wondered if there was some reason that the locals in Puno didn't want to participate in my expedition. Maybe there was something about him that had scared them. He can be very intense. It's a little frightening, to be honest with you.
I totally understand. And you never saw any of this?
Never saw any of
normal with you?
any of what?
Any of this behavior, any of this strange, anything that would make them act that way. You never witnessed anything like that?
Oh, I mean, I just... He looks towards the door for a moment.
You're safe. It's just us. I'm just trying to make sure we're safe.
No, of course. I don't...
And you're safe. We're worried about you. You worked so close with him this whole time.
I know, it's been it's been trying at times. He can have a bit of a temper. Yeah,
Temper?
a little bit, yes. He, yes. As you can tell, I often fall ill, and Lord knows my medication is unorthodox. At least here, I mean, Shanghai, it's all the rage, you know. But he definitely had a limit to my indulgences that he would endure. He would get frustrated, especially traveling in the mountains. He can suffer from altitude sickness. It's very difficult, and I don't hike very well. He's very athletic, very spry man, and would yell and threaten, and it was very much like having your school headmaster be your travel buddy. Very strict, very disciplinarian.
We can see. Is there anything else that the locals might have told you about him before?
Oh, they
You'd mentioned they were suspicious.
Yes, they were. I mean, they definitely didn't like him. I don't know if suspicion is right, but they wouldn't work with him, and they didn't like him being around, and they would. I definitely saw more than one do a what is it? The Catholics do. They have a little thing that it's would pray or rosary at him or things like that. Yes.
They do a rosary at him.
Make a cross of protection.
Yes, like that. Yes. I'm not very religious. I'm so sorry, but
And
I mean,
all of this, you still decided to work with him?
well, I mean, it is one out of requirement. I mean, if I could always choose my traveling companions or my business partners, that I absolutely would. But sometimes when you're looking for ancient Incan treasure, there's have to.
Not a lot of Sashas around. I get it.
Of
Okay.
course, no. Yeah, you're
Oh.
truly singular, each of you, and I was very grateful to hear of the opportunity. But funding is a little tight, and you can't always have the people that you want. But he was functional. and was very focused, very focused. He was very driven to see this go through.
I mean, he still is, yeah. I mean, we just can't find him.
But yes,
Did you ever get
Sorry.
to know one another?
Kept saying was.
well, I mean, he's not here. I'm confused. If just for clarity, if that is not a verbal cue that he knows he's dead.
Okay.
So
I think that was just a.
no,
us.
that makes perfect sense. I will go ahead and I will confirm for you. In character, Larkin does not know the current fate of Mendoza.
Okay.
So
Cool.
any verbiage that may have hinted in that direction is not accurate. That is purely a DM/GM speaking thing. So
Cool.
yep, I appreciate that. It's a good clue. Well picked up on. Love to say I did it on purpose. Unfortunately, not the case. But I like it. Yes.
I think Sasha at this point just kind of look at you two. I'm not sure what direction we can go in.
Did you ever get to know de Mendoza on your lengthy travels?
Well, I mean, I talked to him far more than he talked to me. But was there something you were? I can try to answer if you have a question.
Sure. I was just wondering if he ever discussed his hometown or his parents or his age, perhaps?
Let me think. Definitely nothing of his hometown. He told me that he had lived in Lima, and that he had spent much of his life up in Puno, but nothing of him, like where he was born, per se. He did describe having some brothers at one point, and it was yes, that's right. It was in response to the locals up in Puno that they had always disliked him and his brothers. That was, I believe, the exact wording he said. Yes.
I'm gonna look at Evie and just mouth brothers in panic. Did he ever talk about those brothers, you say? Did he ever mention them to you, or any stories?
Oh, well, I had asked initially if the brothers had wanted to participate in the expedition because, well, for all of his faults, he was honestly the most willing to work with me, as it were, and he said that he didn't think they were appropriate company for a civilized man like me, which I thought was a little odd, but I don't have a great relation with my family, and so I didn't necessarily think it appropriate to question his.
Did he mention where they live, or?
I would
Where they are?
assume here in Peru somewhere, but perhaps darkest Peru. I'm not sure. We're in Peru. I have to make a Paddington reference. So I apologize. I don't apologize. I did that on purpose.
I apologize.
That
Mr. Larkin.
yes, Miss Evie.
Faust.
Faust. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Faust. Yeah. Okay.
Can you actually answer a question for us without any of your spin?
Oh, I'm doing my best to be forthright.
And you're doing so well, darling. She's just gonna stroke his shoulder again, just reassure him.
It's damp, and it's his
Gross.
sweat. Yeah.
I mean, he's doing her very best. She's not bothered at all.
Yeah.
No.
His sweat is It's cold and it's oily. Yeah.
Had lots of practice.
Yeah.
We spies have to make lots of friends.
What exactly drew you to Puna?
Well, he starts looking about the room for the artifacts that he had seen that he had seen. I had heard rumors of, expeditions digging up pyramids and gold, and Egypt seemed all, dug up. And then there were more pyramids here, and I was like, well, that's a great way to make a fortune. I mean, the family coffers are what they are, but I could always use a better day, and just like anyone else, I assume you all came looking for not just money but adventure, and so I came. And Puno is full of myth and legend, and from what I heard, there were people digging in the north, and Puno's to the south. So, right. Myths and pyramids and legends and gold. And then we found the farmer. Remember the farmer and the son, and they had the things, and I was like, ooh, that's a good thing. And Mendoza was like, yeah, that is. And I was like, okay, let's put some people together. This is...
Would you say... Cigar, go ahead.
Is this not what you want? Do you not want to go on the expedition? So I'm very confused at the moment.
No, we'd love to go on the expedition there. Yeah. It's just he was given. This is embarrassing. He was giving me off a bad vibe, and then I don't want to be presumptuous, but I also lost about like $20 in a pack of cigarettes, and I don't want to assume the worst of people, but I've been with these
Sure.
birds all day, and you don't seem
We
like.
promise not to lie to each other, right? I'm just gonna tell him. Mendoza tried to kill us all.
What the fuck, lady?
Okay. So
I wasn't there for that.
Really?
he was going to. I was going to ask for a fast talk from.
Oh,
Sutton.
never mind.
No. We're past
Shit.
that. That
I was just on it.
Yeah, you're like, no, forget that. We're going
JK,
straight to this. What? Yeah, I love it. No, you're
psych
doing
right now.
You're doing great.
There we go.
Just kidding.
I was just
Love that.
making a really bad joke.
Of course.
It's so funny. Oh my God, Sasha.
Part-time comedian, half-time spy.
Yes.
I thought that's where we were at.
Yeah. No, you're good.
Nothing
You
was moving.
No,
you're sure.
you're perfect, guys.
I didn't know what else we were gonna get out of it.
No, you
We're
are
gonna go going in circles.
you are doing great. You are always welcome to also call for
Like out of
inspiration
character
ideas. Yeah, or you can also call for like more psychology checks. Right? It's you're doing wonderful. Everything's going great.
This is more our speed anyway. I feel like I'm trying to do my own thing.
Yeah,
It's
absolutely.
not going well.
Everybody's doing great. There's nothing.
You're
There's
like, you know what? Fuck this shit.
Yeah.
You tried to kill us.
yeah. He tried to kill you, and he.
This motherfucker was a
You mentioned
vampire.
brothers. I'm terrified now. There's more of those fuckers.
Yeah.
Like,
Larkin, when he hears that sort of, what? No, really, I had, that is, oh my lord. Well, where is he now? We should contact the authorities as soon as possible. You can make psychology checks, based on his reaction.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. How good of an actor are you?
oh, extreme success again.
Look at you go.
Okay.
Beautiful. Probably will fail this.
It's psychology.
Yeah.
Okay.
Finally, my
Oh, yeah, no.
hate me.
No.
Now that my
Ooh.
life's not on the line.
Big success.
hard success or extreme success?
I would say close to a hard success. Straight success.
Okay. Evie, if you mentioned it, I missed.
I fail.
You failed. Okay.
Yeah.
So, to Evie and Ashton, his reaction seems genuine. But to Sasha, you know he's lying. When you mention that Mendoza tried to kill you, he's not surprised. Yeah.
We're your team, dude. Why are you gonna kill your team?
He's he's not surprised. He is also frustrated. You get the idea that
This has happened before.
No, not that, but that his Larkin knew something, right? Larkin was in on whatever part of the plan. Mendoza trying to kill you guys was not part of the plan, but you can piece together that like what happened to the professor and the death of that girl was. So he's not shocked that you were he's maybe shocked that you were attacked, but not that Mendoza has committed violence and that you got caught in it.
Okay. I think I'd let him have his reaction and be just like, are you done? You don't... I've been around a lot of people, sweetie. You don't seem so surprised. Did you have violence before? Did you act like this before? Remember, we said we weren't going to lie to each other. I don't want to have to say that a bunch of times.
No, of course. No, he does. He has a terrible, terrible temper and is a very dangerous and violent man. I didn't expect him to attack you all at all, ever. I mean, we had discussed it ahead of time that he wouldn't.
Really? If this was such a thing, you had to have a discussion about it ahead of time.
Well,
It sounds like you gave him permission to attack someone else, the way you phrased that.
No, why would I have him attack anyone at all?
Why? That is the question. I would just look at you guys at this point.
It does beg the question. That if you knew his violent nature, why would you agree to work with him?
I didn't have anyone else to work with. Make education checks.
Ooh, I'm good at that one.
Not
Yeah,
Sasha.
I'm gonna fail.
That one's a hard success.
Okay.
That is a hard success as well. Yeah, hard success.
So Jackson and the professor both told you that the professor had volunteered to be a part of the expedition. And since he is the local expert on these type of artifacts on the region, it was odd for him not to have been accepted or brought on. And so when Larkin says no one else would work with him, it is... you have evidence that it is not true.
But, dear sir, what about Professor Sanchez?
Oh, that man. Oh, he was a glory seeker. He would have stolen everything and given it to the school. There's nothing for us to have kept or gained from working with him.
Good old-fashioned greed.
Of course,
Understandable.
yes.
So instead of potentially coming to an agreement with somebody whose artifacts rightly belong in their country, you instead decided to work with a man so violent. He had not only attacked an elderly professor, but he attacked 3 women.
I think I keep using voices for all these NPCs that are far older than
Yeah, he's not old.
He's not old. None of them are old. They're all in like their 30s.
All
right, fine.
That would make my character action way creepy.
Yeah. So, yeah.
No, he's not old. No, but I don't know. For some reason, I thought Sanchez.
No,
was
you're
like,
good. You're good. That was me
Not
going.
that Sasha wouldn't do it, but still.
Right. Sasha's down. Okay. Listen, she's a pro spy. She's good. Like she's about
Whole
it.
type of Russian spy. I looked it up.
Yeah. Exactly. Matahari. I get it. We all learned.
Sparrows. They happened a little bit later, but they were there.
Exactly.
Fine. Not only did he attack a man of an education institution who obviously was no threat, he also attacked 3 women.
I don't know why he would attack 3 women. That doesn't make any sense at all. I had, yeah, go ahead.
DM, quick question. While this interaction is going on, can I, for a while, could it make it look like I'm pacing around the room, and eventually, can I get to the nightstand where the vial is and the syringes?
Yeah, absolutely. Sure.
Cool.
Yeah, he's gonna see you, but he doesn't think it is aggressive. Is that that's a fair, like, what you're...
It's a fair assumption. Eventually, while they're speaking, I'd like to pick up the vial and the syringe and just kind of look at them.
Okay. In a moment.
Sure.
So you're working your way over there. He is... I don't know why, and I've been out for most of the evening and entirely up until you woke up. Now, I had expressed that damned professor was we ran the risk of him stealing our expedition. Again, perhaps Mr. Mendoza took it upon himself to seek a more permanent form of dissuasion, and that is reprehensible, absolutely. And we should have the authorities deal with him immediately. Where is he attacked you? What happened to him?
You want the authorities to arrest your partner?
Well, if he's out here attacking people, yes, absolutely. Why? I'm a civilized man. I'm a gentleman.
I think you underestimated us a little bit. We took care. It's fine.
Oh.
I don't think.
Oh.
Why that reaction?
You're like, we unalived him.
That's not what I said.
It'd be
I said
terrible if something happened. You underestimate us.
Oh, well, all right.
I just said we were fine.
Okay. Well then we
No
should.
authorities needed.
No authorities needed. Perhaps authorities should be avoided. Should we?
I don't want to jeopardize the expedition.
All right.
We might
We should try to go early.
see
Perhaps.
for that.
Is that what you all have come to say? Oh, well then we would absolutely we can make arrangement. We'll say about this time, Punk, you are picking up his kit.
Okay, I'm
He
just
does-
looking at the kit while they're
Yeah,
talking.
and he's like, Mr. Sutton, I would feel much better if you put that down. Please.
Oh
That is-
no worries. Yeah, I'm just curious. I'm trying to no, go about yourselves. I mean, I'm not gonna no sticky fingers here, mate. This is a little too strong for my own blood.
Of course, no, I didn't suspect. That's just it's very important to me.
No, it would be very important to you. That's fair. I actually did have a question because in trying to figure out who exactly tried to kill my lovely friends here, we found a mask that was very. My lovely friends in Evie. We found a mask that looks suspiciously kind of like that pendant you got around your neck, yeah.
See, I'm not the one only telling our secrets, and I'm just gonna
That's fine. What?
Well, it's no secret. Like, she's not my friend. That's not a secret.
Oh.
I'm very vocal about it.
Yeah.
later.
Yes, it was a gift. It was a gift from Mr. Mendoza.
He gave that to you. Any weird dreams or anything? Kind of almost like a talisman. Yeah.
At
least in my expertise, I know.
I don't. What does he mean by talisman?
I know pendants can hold emotions and feelings and memories sometimes. As a man of my worldly being, just curious because seeing something very similar in his own room triggered something in myself. And
He has something similar. I'd never seen it. I thought this was a symbol of our bonding and friendship. It was. Well, he'd given it to me as an apology after a particularly rough discussion, and it was supposed to keep the evil spirits at bay, the ones that required me, my very special kit, which you seem to have.
Does he look like he's bullshitting me?
You can make psychology check.
I would like to make a psychology check, and then if I don't get it, I'm immediately looking at the one who's been reading him like a book the entire time on the bed.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to.
Did not get that. I'm gonna look immediately at her and see if he's full of bullshit.
Go for it. Yeah.
Can I?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, for this you guys can absolutely,
Hard success.
hard success. That is all a lie. And
I'm gonna start squeezing the syringe so the opium's coming out of it
Okay.
when I get the notice.
Okay. Yeah, when Fyrex comes back. Sorry.
I'm so sorry. My
You're
son
good.
walked in.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
I
your
didn't hear
son.
anything that is.
You don't have to. Yeah, pay attention to your son. Absolutely.
He wanted my brownie.
Oh,
Pretty fun.
a good reason to come in. I would have done the
Very.
same.
He's known I've had it for hours.
Yeah, but you haven't
Why
eaten
the
it
filler,
yet.
Mom?
Yeah, you
I
you
have.
clearly
She's like, it's
you
time.
clearly haven't prioritized the brownie. So I mean,
Yeah.
really, this is on you. Thank you for paying attention to my game, but in Game V Brownie, I do understand the hierarchy here. Sasha, he is lying.
Okay.
And
What? I'm so sorry. That
yes, you are good.
What did he ask?
He was asked. He started explaining. I apologize.
About the pendant.
The pendant.
Oh, okay.
Right. Yeah.
And how de Mendoza gave him the pendant as Larkin thought it was like a friendship thing to protect
Right.
him
Yeah.
against evil spirits.
Yes.
I know that he's full of shit.
He is. So
basically.
he is lying. He is lying completely. The one bit of truth is that Mendoza gave it to him, but it is. You are now picking up on. He's very good at reading you guys, and so when he's picked up that you guys think Larkin or thinks that Mendoza is abusive, he's using that idea that
He's playing victim, basically.
yes, yeah.
Mhm.
So he's taken that your suspicions of Larkin, and he has put himself on the receiving end of that. So the idea that Mendoza acted on his own, that your problems with him, and he knows sort of a pattern of abuse, right? And recognizes that that he can describe that to you guys, right? He can describe it as he got beat up on the boat, and he gave him a gift afterwards. He didn't know it was a thing. He knows that you guys have an issue with him and his heroin, so he makes that the motivation that Mendoza has to be abusive towards Larkin. So he is everything that you guys are sort of picking up, or like mentioning, or like questioning. He's paying a very astute amount of attention, and taking that and going, "You're right. Let me show it to you."
Yeah.
You have found me out. You are correct. This is why that happened. You are correct. This is why that happened.
As part of the medical exam, the medical check that I did, was I able to tell how long or how intense his addiction is?
I mean, he's not in the early stages of it. He's been at it for a while.
So, like, definitely more than just his association with Mendoza.
I would say yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's go with yes. I already said it. I'm good with it. I genuinely
yeah,
don't know the answer to it, but
No, that's cool.
it is not associated with Mendoza specifically.
Okay, so it's not like he got the pendant, started having nightmares, and then started taking
Doing
the
heroin.
opium to like make himself sleep
Correct.
and all that stuff.
Nope.
Okay.
Yep.
So
That is what he is now. That is what he is saying.
Implying.
That is what he
Yeah.
is implying, right? Or that he was doing he was having the nightmares. He was having he's telling the story that he is sick, has some sort of bad constitution, doesn't sleep, needs the heroin, that because he helps him sleep, which it does.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a version of it.
That Mendoza got mad at him for it, that him not being able to hike or be weak and be an opium addict made Mendoza abusive towards him, and as an apology he was given this pendant. That is the series of events he is laying out. While it sounds reasonable to Evie and to Ashley, Sasha is at this point read him hard a few times, and is picking up not just that when he's lying, but is starting to see how he is crafting his lies and stories. There are bits of truth that he pulls on, and then he is reading what you all are finding important and confirming for you in ways that benefit him. And as you start to squeeze.
Well, I want to confirm with her
Okay.
first before I start squeezing anything out of the needle, just to see if because I haven't been able. I'm gonna say out loud, I haven't been able to get a read on him at all.
Yeah.
Was that bollocks or was that truthful?
He doesn't seem to be very good at listening, and I'm still just gonna be like tracing his disgusting shoulder, like told him not to lie to us this whole time, but he still doesn't seem to trust us.
I'm gonna just slowly just kind of squeeze, so it's just kind of going on the floor.
No, I'd really prefer if you didn't. Please don't do that. Please don't.
I know you
I'd
wouldn't.
really
So
prefer if you didn't either. I just met him. I haven't got a read on him either. But if you were just honest with us, we'll be able to help you.
I will tell you anything you want. I don't
stop.
understand. What is it that you want to know?
The truth.
He wants you.
Probably by now I can tell when you're lying. You're not very good at it. Don't play poker.
this poor woe is me shit.
Yes.
We want you to tell us the truth about Mendoza, your association with him, why you have those 2 gold pieces, where you got them from, because clearly you didn't get them from a farmer, and if you know why people are afraid of him.
Yes.
Because wasn't the pendant one of the things that he showed us, right? That he claimed that he got from a farmer?
One was a cup.
Yep.
And one
And the other was it was the golden pendant. Yep.
Oh, it's literally the pendant he's wearing.
Yeah.
I screwed that up. So yeah, I thought it was I thought they were different pendants. I thought they were different pieces.
Got it.
That is on me. I double checking.
He asked me on the expedition for a reason. You'd think he'd know better than to lie to me.
Right, he did. It was probably not you as a spy. Probably one of your cover IDs that he. But that's
Fair.
fine.
Probably like a linguist or something. He's like, just in case.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny because I don't speak Spanish. So that was not good cover on my part.
I don't know, maybe Latin or something. Maybe like.
So at this point,
My true cover.
he does. He begins to just sort of break down and cry.
We won.
Oh no, this is less fun. Okay, stop crying. Look, I'm putting it down. It's fine. Stop crying, please.
Put it down.
Fine, put it back up.
Um, he. Which one? So he is. He starts to cry. He is telling you. At this point, you can kind of pick up through the blubbering that the parts that are true are things that he's going to double down on, right? Larkin didn't give him the pendant, or I keep saying Larkin and Mendoza. They're not the same person. I keep doing it wrong. I apologize, and I know that's confusing. He's working with Mendoza because Mendoza is local. Like, that is the truth of that state. That is the truth in that statement. Larkin doesn't speak Spanish. Mendoza, but like he doesn't have. You're at a point where he doesn't have another like option or story to really explain anything. So either you have to amp it up and like ask him more specifically about monsters or Kirasiri or like things like that, or you have to accept that while he is obfuscating, the broad strokes are the specific nuggets are actually true, which I can help. Sasha can identify those for you. I have no problem saying what those are, right? But he is in the current situation. He doesn't gain anything from backing off of his lie, right? Other than playing the victim to you guys is kind of all he has at the moment. And Sasha can see that because this psychology check is not just lie or not. It's sort of the motivation, right? You're picking up why he is doing things, and you may think that he could just tell you the truth and everything, and it would be okay. But he doesn't know
is he
what other
scared?
truth.
Am
He
I
is
picking up that he might be afraid?
he is
Acting?
He is portraying scared. Yeah, I'm not at this point. You have extreme success to him a couple of times, and you've hard success to him every time, unless there's something that I think requires another roll. Like you're 3 for 3 at this point. I'm not gonna make you keep rolling. He's starting to panic. He doesn't know what to tell you, and he doesn't know what to say. And so he's kind of blubbering, crying, and repeating himself at this point. He did give it to me. He did. I don't know what you want me to say. I came for the treasure. He would talk to me. The professor would have stolen from us. And he even starts doing things like I'm not very bright. Like my dad always said I was a terrible. I would lose all of the money. And so he's repeating himself, and he's just layering on to the panic.
A kid caught in his lie, basically panic.
Yeah. I mean, I will say
More
yes.
like overwhelmed.
Yeah, I mean, he is definitely overwhelmed. It's clear that the opium keeps him calm and docile, but he's also pretty sharp for a dude that's been in a heroin haze for.
He's been able to manipulate us. Well, some of us.
Yeah.
The time, so.
Yeah, absolutely. No, if like Sasha, if you were not here, he would have easily, maybe not easily, but he definitely would have manipulated and posed himself as the victim, as somebody that could be trusted. So as he starts crying and wailing for a moment, Jackson, who's been watching the door, sort of comes in.
Oh, I forgot about
it's easier for me for him to be watching out, watching a lookout for you guys.
I
He's
totally
good.
forgot about it.
No, you're good. That's a good thing for him to do.
Okay.
And he comes in and it's like, what the hell is happening in here? Hey, I don't know what's going on, but just to tell you guys, a couple of the guests are starting to complain about the baby that is losing its mind. If we could calm him down. What is that smell? Oh my god. That is
Aww.
awful.
Yeah,
I-
you get used to it.
Have a field day. Sasha's gonna pat him. I was like, there, baby. See, you're scaring people. Have a civilized conversation.
It's because you keep asking, I keep telling you, but you don't believe me, and I don't know what you want me to say.
All right, breathe. Yeah, let's all
Shit.
breathe. Let's take a 5. Take a
Right.
5 right now.
As Mr. Sutton likes to say, you're up here. I need you to be down here.
We're down here. We're at shoulders now, baby.
We'll just take some deep breaths together. Right? Right. Yes, nice and nice.
Like the curly.
We are okay.
Maybe you can go wash your face for a second. So try to get him to go to the bathroom for a
Sure,
second.
yeah,
So
he'll stand up and go wash his
we'll
face.
go
Yeah, you guys have a moment to be
What the fuck?
Yeah, whispering to each other. Sure.
What the fuck? We just say that he tried to kill us. Look at
You
him.
weren't saying anything.
I was just
You
trying
said
to get
brothers. I
information.
panicked. There's more of the fuckers. Fanged fuckers. Brothers.
Right, there's actually quite a lot of them.
You
If
guys are
think
welcome
of
to talk at
more.
a normal volume. We will assume that you are all whispering.
Thank you.
That is yes, yeah. That is fine. I appreciate
We all
it.
immediately went into chaos.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
he left.
Yeah.
You didn't have to touch him.
I didn't want to touch him.
You didn't
Neither did
have
I.
them either.
It worked.
But
Did we
did it-
tell him that we know he did? It's to a
He's
point.
still is he not still lying to us?
Oh, absolutely. He's working you to I don't know the end of that pun, but
Well, I've
insert
gotten
English
through,
here.
I've gotten past that. I'm definitely just coming to you for whether he's telling the truth or not. My concern is one. Have you guys
do we
told
do
me
about it?
what you guys did with Mendoza?
Yeah, we told you we burned him.
Okay,
Sure.
you guys.
Yeah.
He's gonna start asking questions about a body.
I mean, it sounds like
I mean,
he
he's spoken about the authorities several times.
But do we have to tell him that we killed him? Or
I don't know.
can
We keep trying to say that we're being honest fucking folk with him.
We are, mostly. I haven't said anything that's technically a lie. So, I don't like lies. The half-truths are fine.
Half truths are fine, except for when other people do them. Yeah.
Yes. Welcome to my job.
Noted.
Anyways, what do we tell him? He's asking about the expedition. Do we want to still even do this? Where do we go from here? This information.
I mean, if something's fucking open, we should probably make sure it's fucking closed. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means, but I'm going to agree.
Like, okay.
You guys. So for Evie, out of character, between the journal and what you have seen and talking with the professor, you feel pretty good believing the statement that wherever this piece of gold came from was part of like a seal, and after they took the gold out of the pyramid, that's when the normal conquistadors, which Mendoza was a part of, became the Karasiri. So the reason you guys have to continue the expedition, if you choose to, you do not have to, is to put that piece back. Is to stop them from tormenting the countryside, right?
Okay. I was very confused about opening the door because I didn't get the seal part. I thought it was just a curse and they got cursed and we had to bring the gold back to the
And
thing.
yeah, I mean, so seal, curse, it's sort of along the same lines, but the Karasiri
Yeah.
will continue to be here as long as that gold piece, that big piece of gold, isn't
Yeah.
put back.
Yeah. She gets that part.
Great. Okay.
He was talking about like a weird portal or some shit that she was.
Sure.
What are you talking about, dude?
Okay.
So yeah.
Understood. Yeah, I just want to make sure we're all on the same ish page.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I would like to get paid. This was a really long trip.
Wait, you didn't get paid for the trip?
You know what I mean. I meant more paid.
Yikes.
You guys getting paid?
Listen here. Okay.
Y'all getting paid?
You guys getting paid?
100. I got 50.
Are we getting paid? Right? No,
I'm just here for the archaeological find.
I was here for the money.
Yeah.
And trust me, I followed him beforehand. He has none on his. This is nothing.
You frisked him too.
Is that why he has nothing?
I don't know, but
I got there a little late.
I mean, I have $20 in my front pocket if you want to
He's
check
gonna be
that
back
out.
anyways.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Sorry, I got distracted. So,
Bro.
no, we want to go. Yeah, we want to go on the archaeology. We want to make sure that like, I
we
particularly
want to
like
do the
living.
thing. Right, no, like we want to do the thing. My question is my statement is, I guess, we should not tell him that we killed his partner. However, should we potentially warn him that such creatures exist if he didn't know that his partner was one of these creatures, which is what I was trying to suss out, and I still haven't figured out if he knew what he was or not. And the other part is, come
I
Monday
feel like this is a
morning.
big roundabout thing about it, yeah?
Well,
I tried to be
that's fine.
direct, and you freaked out at me. So
When Monday morning comes around and Di Mendoza is not at the train station, what are we going to do about that?
Why can't we
The
just make it
locals
look like
chased
he
him out.
left?
Well, that's just I'm trying to figure out how well they knew each other.
seemed like they did.
I can help a few things here. So, his concern, so that you guys have some of these answers. You may not have seen them yet, but you have some of them. There are some you don't have, and I just want to make sure you're not trying to get answers you already have, right? He seems to. He was perfectly willing to accept that Mendoza was gone, not coming back, and didn't particularly have follow-up questions. He was also
Weird.
He was also, when, remember, he was like, you guys had kind of hinted that you had taken care of it, and he was like, oh, do we need to go sooner? Is that why you've come? We can do that. He will happily leave without Mendoza. Whatever you tell him, you get the feeling he will go, okay, you're right. He was terrible and abusive. Let's go.
Fuck Mendoza, let's go. Okay.
He will do that. Yeah.
All right.
He, at least from everything that has happened that you have seen, he is not going to press you guys on what happened to Mendoza. He is willing to, if you had walked in and said, Mendoza's dead, we gotta go, he'd have gone, great, let's go, and he would have grabbed his shit and like
I
gone.
need my heroin in my
See?
bag.
Yeah. So
I was totally fine telling him he's.
so
But without his like local guide and like person that speaks Spanish and all this shit.
Might be his personality. He seems like a weasel.
Or he knows more about that, or figured it out somewhere along the way, and he's anxious to be rid of him.
Whatever that is. Now, as to whether or not he knows that Mendoza was a Karasiri, you do not know. You guys have described Mendoza as violent. You have described him as, but everything has been purely human, right?
Yeah.
So there has been no discussion of supernatural or weird or mysterious events. So you do not know where he stands on that in specific. Okay.
Do we tell him? Should we tell him?
I mean, we've gotten
I
this
can gauge
far.
his reaction.
We've gotten this far. I mean,
Tell him what?
That he turned into the.
Karasiri?
Yeah.
It was a.
Yeah. tell him
Actually-
that and see his reaction, and then say, let's.
Do we think, before we do that anything would happen if if we? I don't know, man.
Oh, don't like that picture, Cody.
I know,
Don't
me-
like that.
Oh, can you see that? Did you see
Yeah,
that?
Yeah.
it's on the
Great.
share screen.
Yeah, it is. I'm gonna put it in the Discord in the chit
They
chat
can't
channel.
see it. The viewers
So
can't see
yes,
it. We
yes,
can
yes,
see
yes.
it.
That was close.
Is that supposed to be what a car theory is?
That's what it is in this world.
Gross.
Yeah,
Gross.
there you go.
Yeah.
If you're in our Discord, go check out the yeah, that is it. So when it was a big spiral mouth with like rows and rows of spiky teeth, that's what he kissed you with. That's what.
Ew.
Yeah.
Stop.
Wait, who kissed who? Wait,
He kissed me.
slow
Don't sound so
down.
excited.
Slow down.
Yes. So there you
got
go.
smooched.
That's out of this book. That is what the
Yes.
Karasiri
Yes, we
is.
did.
Yeah.
Evie, I didn't know you'd like to buy. Getting out smooches here.
I will say
I was
Jackson is
thinking-
with him in the bathroom.
Got it.
Okay.
Okay,
Cool.
so
Just
we don't have to worry about him like
sway. Don't
drowning
give
himself in the toilet.
ideas.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Drowning
Um,
himself.
Flush.
that's fair.
Sorry, I just caught that. But yeah, do we want to
Um,
just tell him? Sanity be damned, I saw that vamps.
I had a question. I can't remember it anymore.
I wouldn't
What the
maybe
fuck
follow
was the
their
question?
modus operandi. All right, the baby vamps of Friday night might not be the adventuring party you want to use as an example. No offense, I love you guys, and I'm there, but you know.
Maybe we just pump the brakes on that, yeah?
Oh, yeah. I don't. I.
Till we get closer, and then we can see this fucker in the sunlight, see if he turns into a crispy bacon thing.
I don't know if that's how that works.
You've seen Mendoza in the sunlight. They seem to, while they have perhaps an aversion to it, they do not. The Karasiri do not burst into flames.
Yeah.
So
Wasn't it daytime when
It
he
is.
attacked me?
it is
I'm like,
late
yeah.
afternoon, early evening right now. So you were attacked in broad daylight. Yes.
Yeah. He doesn't care about daylight.
Do you? I don't think we should tell Larkin about the bitey yet. He seems a little off kilter, and that might drive him one way or the other.
No.
I think he's the baby, but okay, fair.
He is a baby, and he's going crazy, and I don't necessarily want him to go even more crazy, considering we don't have a frickin' map.
It's fair.
Oh yeah, what about that? I wasn't. My
He was
flight
gonna give it to us like after the fact.
When we got to Puna,
So-
we would then receive the map to the pyramid. We could not persuade him otherwise. Maybe
He kept
can
saying it was in
persuade
his head. Maybe you can. I mean, we can
Right,
leave the
yeah,
room.
maybe
We
you
can
can
give you the
persuade
room there.
him.
I mean,
I
you
don't know
I don't
take
like
it.
what you're insinuating. First of all,
Ah,
I mean, I'm
little-
cute, but I'm not that cute. And
It's a
Evie, I feel
little-
like doesn't like doing stuff like that. Yeah.
not in such an environment, no.
Oh,
Oh.
very
other
good at my
environment.
job. I don't think have the willpower, personally, with his states, and the bed is dripping.
I mean,
I
there's a
think we
joke
should
there.
just Go. No,
we should.
we should just go.
So,
He'll
I-
suck it up on the way. He'll be fine.
There's another joke.
If you don't waste all
Please
the
stop
heroin,
saying
he'll
funny
be fine.
things.
I'm just
Right,
a funny
alright.
person. I can't help.
so we won't tell him about that. We'll try to get the map from him on the train. That seems perfectly fine. Or when we get there, whatever. Do we want to bring the artifact together?
What? I'm gonna pull up the sheet with the mask in it. You mean this together?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
thought that's
Forgot
what we
you
were gonna do.
holding that.
With the pendant, because they seem very similar.
Yeah, we need to get that fucking cup too.
With my archaeological look at them from a while ago,
Yeah.
the pendant and the mask are from the same century, kind of be from the same culture.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. The cup
I'm
is
It's completely
unrelated.
different. Yeah.
Okay.
don't quite think the cup matters. I don't know where the cup fits in, but the cup was many, many centuries later.
Well, I mean, what? The pendant was 5th century, the cup was 15, so the mask is what? Another 5th
Fifth
century.
as well. Right. So I'm not quite
Curses
sure.
don't really know an age thing. I don't know. I'm just trying to cover our bases, yeah?
No, and I believe you. Where is the cup? I didn't even see the cup.
If you want to do a spot hidden to see if the cup is in here.
I don't know, but...
Am I drinking brandy out of the cup without realizing it?
You chose poorly. Sure, why not? I can do it.
If you want to, sure.
Yeah, why not?
You can all look around. It's not hard.
I say, do we all just panic?
If you want to,
shit,
yeah. Where's the cup? Yeah. Any success.
Success.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, the cup is in one of the suitcases. Half buried in some clothes.
Okay. I'm not quite sure the cup has anything to do with the pendant and the mask, but good to know. That's where it is. Do you want to bring them together?
I think we should.
Yeah. Doesn't make any sense to leave them here. We need them.
Well, if he's not taking that off, and I mean, I'll take the mask with me. I won't open it. I'll keep it on myself, so that way, you know, I have a little bit more foray into the spooky supernatural, so it's in good hands.
Oh, you don't. I meant like put them together.
You're gonna try to get him to take off his pretty little necklace, yeah? I mean, if you can get it off, that's fine.
I mean, seeing up what the mask did to you, I don't think we should touch it. I think we should just...
As long as we have him and we have the pendant around his neck, we're good until we'll figure it out when we get there. If we have to cut it off him, we cut it off him.
I was just going to say, I don't necessarily care one way or another about him, so you can make him put the mask on and see what happens.
Evie.
So
and I thought I was the dark one.
a wonderful, fun idea. It is not a mask. It cannot be put on, but you can force him to look into it if you want. Yeah, if you want, absolutely.
It's already.
So my thinking is,
you don't want to break him further, but you want him to look inside the mirror, yeah?
As it is, he's not going to tell us what he sees if it's anything important.
You're real flip-flopping here. I'm getting whiplash, love.
Being honest with us.
my thinking is that those who look into the mirror without the protection of the pendant see the craziness that I saw, but perhaps de Mendoza is not lying, that it does protect against crazy evil spirits or whatever, and so the person that wears the pendant is the only one that can look in the mirror.
Do you want to take that risk with him?
De Mendoza had nothing, but had that mirror. It is clearly important.
Right, but do you want to risk that, the big baby's sanity, and then risk not being able to get to the archaeological dig because his brain turns into mashed potatoes?
Maybe we should wait till we're there and then do your idea when we don't need him anymore. Or
we try to take the pendant off of him now and you take another go at it.
Or you can, dear gentleman.
You'd like that one, yeah.
There. That's all right. Here we go. We're coming back out, everyone.
Ran out of time.
Jackson he brings him out. I'm so sorry, friends. I just got a bit overwhelmed. And
Oh, of course. Down.
my apologies. I seem to be much better now. Thank you. I'm very embarrassed. What?
Don't be, I cry all the time.
So, what is there anything else I could help you with, or are we all right? Is everyone still okay for the expedition, or?
I think we're itching for the expedition ASAP as soon as possible.
How How soon can we be ready?
Well, we were intended to leave on the trucks on Monday, and I believe it is Saturday. If we wanted to, we could catch a steamliner tomorrow, and then a train the next day. We would still have to wait for the trucks and the equipment to arrive, but that would put us in Puno a day or two ahead of them. Although I had relied on, someone would have to go with the trucks to make sure that they made it. It's about 3 days by car on the roads with the supplies. We could buy supplies in Puno, but it's far more expensive. So it's up to you.
I mean, I don't mind traveling earlier on the Lord's Day, if not, if that makes the two of you uncomfortable. Of course, we'll have to tell Miss Regina and Miss Peggy, yeah.
All
But,
right. Perhaps
Right.
Is
Dr. Regina.
Doctor right? Yes.
talk to Miss Regina.
Is there? Do we need to leave early? Is there some sort of?
I think it'd be
Pressing.
best as soon as possible.
All right. Good to know. Yes. Then I will make arrangements for us to be on the first liner tomorrow morning. You're going to meet me at the docks, and we will depart. And we can make some arrangements for the trucks, I suppose.
Sounds wonderful.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Yes.
Try to get some rest there, yeah.
Oh, I will. I definitely.
Genuine rest? No, it's
Of
Dutch
course.
version
Yes.
of
yes,
rest.
yes, of
Need
course.
you at your best.
Yes.
Just take it easy.
Absolutely. Yes.
I'm gonna pick up the brandy bottle. I'm taking this.
But, yes, of course. Please. Not a problem. Yes. Go ahead.
All right. Hotel, yeah? I'm gonna look at the other three.
Sure, I don't think there's anything else I have to do.
All right.
Oh, if anyone asks, we were doctors and a surgeon.
Okay.
Keeping
He looks confused, but
together.
yeah, that's fine.
It's called a story, love.
All right.
Gotta make sure it's linear.
Of course.
Well,
Right.
thank you so much for explaining that to me.
See, I feel like you're being sarcastic, but I like
never.
when you say thank you.
Of course.
So, you all make your way out. You head back to your hotel. You do note, however, there are rooms available here.
Maybe we should bunk. One of us should bunk closer. This is the nicer hotel, right?
Yeah.
I would
Yep.
immediately volunteer.
He made the arrangements, so he did specifically put you guys further away from him.
I mean,
that is-
I'm more than happy to stay the night if you needed company. Just make sure that we have, the plan for tomorrow all filled out and figured out. Evie, you got like the rest of it covered, right? Yeah.
Yes.
So Evie can bunk with me, and then you can get a room to yourself. Perfect.
Do you want to key the room just in case you two have like a thing? Like you have to let me know, like, oh,
thing.
there's another Mendoza around. There's another like vampire guy around.
You saw me pick the locks earlier, right? I don't.
I mean, if you're gonna do that, I might not lock the door then. I don't need you breaking anything.
Okay.
Either
And
way,
I'm not gonna make eye contact with Evie. I'm gonna be like, I feel like you're making a face. Are you making a face? I don't want to look at her. She looks so mean all the time. She looks mad at me all the
What
time.
happened with you? Sasha, what did I miss? So what do you have it out for each other?
If I'm not mistaken, I think he's from Liverpool and she's from Manchester. It's a It's a city thing. If not by now, it will be in the future.
No. Oh my god, you're from that explains the accent. And the pretentiousness. Oh, that's weird. Cough.
I am not, actually.
Oh.
Can you just tell me we could get you in so much trouble that you could be get killed or worse, expelled?
Yes, that would
I
eventually
don't
come
think
up.
that movie exists.
That's all right.
No, there's
we're
a
all
little for
No,
me.
that would eventually
Yeah.
come up.
That was for me.
That was exactly.
That's real.
Exactly.
No, if that conversation happens in real life, I'd be like, no, if so
Expelled.
happens to know, if you must know, I'm actually from a colony.
I mean, I'm hungry. Has anyone eaten since anything?
Since the empanadas that we were promised and never got? No.
Yeah, and I'm real knickered about that. I'm real pissed about that. I will
Right.
fist fight if Mendoza was still like really. If Mendoza was still alive, I'd fist fight him.
Don't worry,
I'm so sodding, bleeding hungry.
we took care of him for you.
Because he took
Well,
away
we're
your
hungry.
right to an empanada.
Yeah, you don't get between me and pastry. So, food, please. Can we please fucking eat something?
Absolutely. You all do.
I could do with food.
You, along with Jackson, make your way to dinner. You do eventually check in with your friends, with Peggy and
The
Margaret.
Dr. Regina.
Regina.
Sorry.
Yeah.
They are doing well. You luckily have enough days. Is there anything in specific you guys really want to do before leaving Lima?
The only thing I would want to do is find a better carrying case for the the mirror thing.
Mhm.
So he's
Okay.
not like carrying it around in his sheet.
Yeah, absolutely. You find some luggage for that. You also have the big gold stick, which is like 2 feet long, 25 pounds. Like, it's conspicuous. So I'm guessing you need to buy some luggage for that. Do you guys
It's in
take?
my trunk.
Okay, great. Do you take
Yeah.
any special care with either of these items that you would like to note?
How much time do I have between the
12 hours.
being alone with the mirror? I have 12 hours.
So you have 12 hours, let's say, from you get a dinner. It's 8 o'clock when you guys are done. You're leaving at 8 a.m.
Okay.
So this is the time you guys have to do anything you would like, because next week when we pick up, we will pick up in Puno.
Okay.
I believe. We'll see. But probably in Puno with whoever of the party is available next week. So is there something in specific you would like to do with the mirror?
I would like to maybe around, and I have the room to myself, right?
Yeah. If you
Like
want,
it's just
yeah.
myself. I'm
You
not.
have your.
I'm not
everyone
bunking
has
with
their own room.
Jackson.
So, yeah.
Okay. Because eventually I would like to, maybe around like 1 a.m., 2 a.m., I want to lay out some kind of pentagram, like a circle, to kind of keep whatever's in it. And eventually try to, with my occult kind of skill, if I can keep all the lights dark so reflection is very minimal, I would like to inspect the mask,
Okay.
if at all possible.
Sure. Your mythos skill should
Yes.
be 5 at this point. You were not here last week. We put everybody up to 5.
Okay.
Make me a mythos check.
Mythos. Let me look for. And I apologize with mythos, because I have mythos knowledge. On top of, I start with 10 skill points for mythos.
You do. Oh, is that part of like your?
That was part of the features I picked up. It was mythos knowledge.
Great. Great.
Fast
So-
slow to medium.
Great. So yes, then you would have gained 5 additional.
Okay.
And so that's the Cthulhu mythos. So you
Okay.
started with 5 on that, or 10 on that, and you've gained 5.
5.
So roll that check for me.
Okay. So that's D10 percentile.
It's a percentile. Yep. You're
I'm trying
looking
to
for.
find it on the sheet.
It's under C. It's under computer use, credit rating,
it.
then Cthulhu mythos.
Got it. Okay.
Cthulhu.
No, I did not succeed.
Okay. You do so. You lay out your protective circle. You lay out your etchings. You turn down the lights to the point where you can barely see it. Some light casting in from the window. And as you look over it, I would like you to make a power check.
Power. Got it. That is a lot better. That is a hard success.
Okay. I would like you to make me a roll me 2d8.
2d8. Okay.
Yep.
Add them together.
Nope, separate.
Okay, I got a 2 and an 8.
Okay.
Same vision and different vision.
Yes. Same vision, different vision. Now, I would like you. The first vision that you see as you are looking over the mirror, you can tell that there is definitely an occultish magic presence to it. Clearly, there is some form of curse or ability that is on it. And the first thing you do see is a small man huddled in the corner of a dingy room, feverishly painting.
Right.
That one you know.
I'm going to try to take in as much as I can. What is he painting?
You don't get to see.
Okay.
It's when you wheel about to see the canvas, the paint and what is on it seems to burst forth, almost as though it's trying to attack you, reach out, grab you, and it pushes your psyche past its current point into another place. You had a normal success, or a hard success, or
I had a hard success.
You had a hard success. Okay.
Yeah.
On a normal is just extreme, but because you rolled the 8, I am going to give you a choice.
Okay.
You see this magic beginning to coalesce that is focused, centered on the mirror. You can focus your mind either on the magic that is centering in the mirror, or you can cast your gaze about to the visions that are flying past you as this ethereal tunnel that has sprung up around you. So you can either focus on the mirror and whatever magic it is casting, or you can look about, and I'll give you 2 other visions that are not repeats.
Fuck. What do we think as a group? Is it important that we know where this is coming from, or what it's showing me?
We even answer that? We're not there.
I'm asking as a team.
I will. For now, I will let you guys do this out of character metagaming. In the future for other harder choices, I may insist that it be the person that is actually there. But
That's
this is
fair.
still our prologue. We are learning, and I want you guys to get the information and things that you want and or need.
Right. Because I know what I want.
choices? What are you leaning towards then?
I'm leaning towards the finding the origin of the magic.
What do you think?
Yeah, probably the origin would be better.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, I think so too. Actually,
I'd like to figure out the source of this magic as
I
a
think that'd
magic
be more
man
in
myself.
character for you too.
It is
It
not
would.
necessarily the source of the magic. You are focusing on the spell. You're essentially letting the spell be cast.
I would like to, I would
Okay.
like to focus then on the spell.
Okay. Page 2. 52. Make sure I am going to the right place. Yeah. There we go. So this is your first spell. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You're going to have been able to cast it, at least using this mirror as a focus. You use the vision that is spiraling about you, and it begins to pull together. You don't know or understand what it is that you are seeing initially. But you're there for a minute. Your body begins to sweat as your eyes start to roll up into the back of your head. Contact. No. Oh. I'm seeing if there's a specific version of this, because it does specify in one book, and I'm trying to make sure I find the right one in the other. Okay. Oh, there it is. Okay. I'm gonna see what the sanity cost is for all of this now.
Okay.
I apologize. Using context spell. Cultist. You establish contact. This is terrible television, but it's very dramatic.
I'm actually very unnerved at the moment, and it's very tense for me.
Multiple books looking for the number of sanity. Not actually, it's nice knowing you.
It was
really nice fun play with you.
Thanks. See you
We
guys.
had our
later.
banter. It'll be missed.
Small group. Yep. If a contact species is large, yeah. Contacted entity would rather bargain with or devour the caster. Okay. Right. Let's look in a different book now for sanity cost, because there is no essential protection in casting the spell from witnessing what you see is still what you contact.
Okay.
So that is, unfortunately, that remains what it is. And let's see. So give me the examples of sanity loss. There it is. Make me 2 sanity checks.
Okay, cool. I know where that is. Okay, got it. Okay, so first one, I don't think I made it. Because what my check is, my sanity is 90,
So
and I
you
got a
have to-
50. Go
I'm
ahead.
just anything below your sanity.
Oh, so I got a 54,
Yep.
and I got a 8.
Okay. Good.
Still a dirtbag. Still here.
So let me see. You lose less sanity. You did not fail, so you remain in control of yourself, which is good. The first one, just for activating the mirror and seeing the visions similar to the way Evie did, you lose 1d3 sanity.
Okay. So I got a 3.
Okay, so you lose 3.
Cool.
The second one is as your eyes enter into the mirror, you are cast from your body. The visions disappear, and your presence goes ripping through the cosmos south. You can tell it is south by the stars in the sky, and into a pyramid. You've come to see this beneath a pile of bodies, a writhing mountain of flesh. It is unsettling, to say the least. But allow me to... Not that. There it is. I'm just going to read this.
Yeah.
A monstrous seething mass appears to be made entirely of rancid fat, rolling with unnatural life. Its iridescent surface writhes with maggots and larvae, crawling in and out of its substance. It extrudes unstable pseudopods that drip festering white fluid, or spray fluid out in exploding pustules. This is a name that opens up into your mind. I would like you to roll 1d6. You lose a d6 of sanity.
Okay. I got a 2.
Okay. You... in the voice in your mind, understand this is the father of maggots, is the name that is associated with it. And as the pustules begin to rip and pop and sort of spit and spew, it begins to take on a wondrous little language that in your mind you hear but a single word. And upon its repetition over and over, the name Nyarlahotep echoes in your ears. And I would like you to make a spot hidden check.
Sure. Did not make that one.
Okay. Would you like to push it? You can tell that you're missing something.
I'll push.
And if you fail, you're going to have to spend you're essentially spending longer staring at this unholy abomination. So you are risking additional sanity loss.
No, I'd like to push.
Okay. So you need to make a hard success.
God. I got the same exact thing.
Do you have enough luck to buy it?
I mean, we have the pool, and I have 50, and don't worry.
How far off if 50 doesn't get you there?
I'm at 69, so I mean, the 50 could get me there. I would just use all of it.
I mean, because you're...
Wait, is it your spot hidden 45?
Oh, it is. My spot is 45. I'm sorry. So then, for a hard success, it would be what?
The number right next to it.
Oh, 22.
22.
Okay. So yeah, I'll use enough to get to 22.
5 of it.
Yeah. Okay.
47 of it.
Okay. Cool. Would you that's fine. We've done it this way. We're doing it this way. We're going.
Sorry.
No. We're fine. Do remember you can spend luck because it's easier to spend luck on the first one than on the push. Because I'm pretty sure if you push, you have to make a better success.
Got it.
I will double check that ruling. Either way, we'll get those points back to you if I did it wrong. People are gifting you points right now, which is good.
Thank you.
You shift your eyes just to the periphery of your vision as this huge mass buried beneath bodies laden with gold, the maggots writhing, the fat, the pustules spewing, the pseudopods flailing. This is a massive, impressive, physical monstrosity, but it is, you can tell, stupid. It can't speak, it can't do, it can lash out and eat. But you know that there's intelligence behind this. You know that it exists somewhere, and it exists somewhere in this room. And you look to your left. And there, in a sweaty white suit and a white tank top, drenched in his oily sweat, looking into a medallion on his chest, is Augustus Larkin. And as he sees you, we are going to end our adventure for tonight.
Can I smirk and just say Gussie boy?
Sure, yeah.
It's Augustus, right? Gus.
Exactly. You watch as his eyes turn black, which does require a sanity roll. And an unholy voice steps into your mind. Augustus isn't here right now.
I did make the sanity roll.
A D2.
D2?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take another 2.
Augustus isn't here right now. Little conjurer. A mirrors for the devout. Good to know. I'll count you among my servants soon enough.
Fuck.
That's where we're gonna end.
Fuck the scene.
Yep. Yeah. Nicely done. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. Thank you for playing. Thanks for playing through with no break. You guys were doing amazing. It was about break time, and we were in the middle of the role playing stuff, and I kept looking for like a moment, but you guys were on such a roll. I wasn't able to pull myself away. So thank you for being awesome and soldiering through. I think you guys found out some really awesome stuff. How do you feel about it?
This was a good time. This was fun.
Good.
Nice. Yeah. You guys were doing.
I like all the banter. This is good.
It was, yeah.
That's what I bring.
Yeah, nerve-wracking, but so good.
You guys do a great job of. You were doing a great job of getting truth. If you guys had asked if he knew about if it was a monster, you would have realized he knew, right? And then that's the little thread that if you had like pulled on, because none of you were aggressive with him, so he doesn't Nyarlahotep unless you're aggressive. But through the mirror, you saw the truth of what he is, because it casts contact Nyarlahotep, and
Oh, fuck.
yeah. And so I went looking.
So you're welcome for being sweet.
That's my first spell was contact Nyarlahotep.
I mean, with that mirror, that's what it casts. You have to go through that process every time. But yeah, thank you. So yeah, that's why, because spells in this game are they do like super broad contact spell, and then there's like 50 versions of contact. Which one are you using? Who does it talk to? You know. So, and they're like, apparently the contact spell can do like, he had an intellect of 1, but can cast all the magic, which is stupid. And I was like, I don't know how to do that. But he could like summon you. He can pull you places. He can essentially affect you with anything. But Larkin is not Nyarlahotep. So you guys spent all day talking to Larkin, who kind of knows what's going on, but his only goal is to get to the place. And I don't mind talking about this stuff, especially in the prologue, because this is definitely not only us learning the system and stuff, but learning how this module writes. You know what I mean? Like, it has certain specific triggers for things. I had a great time. I think you guys did amazing. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. Thank you, chat, for your donations, for your awesomeness. I have a chunk of pulp points, which are gonna come into play next week as we begin our trek to the pyramid. But we'll see what you guys want to do with Larkin. We're setting up a raid. I'm gonna send you guys to the we're heading out screen. We're gonna say goodnight. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We'll see you next time. But until then, be cool.